To the best of my knowledge, I believe he was working with the council for over 3 years.
Has he had any history, to your knowledge, of any erratic behavior while on the clock?
Not to my knowledge, I haven't been briefed on that yet, but to the best of my knowledge, worker, a worker who comes in, does his job. I don't have any knowledge of any behavioral problems that he has faced before.
Can you share with us some information on how Mr. August came about this heavy equipment and perhaps the hours during which he was either in possession or operating that piece of machinery?
Well, you know, we have hot spots that we work shifts. He was on the 6 o'clock to 1 o'clock shift. Regular shift, we do that every day to deal with those areas that we put as hot spots.
Was there a particular time that he was supposed to have returned the backhoe to wherever he got it from, or the?
Well, the shift, yeah, well, the shift is 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And I would believe that our processes and systems that we put in place would have that individual return the equipment back to the custodian of the equipment at the compound.
In light of what has happened, considering that this incident was, in a sense, premeditated by the individual who committed the act, but it also puts the city council in a sticky situation in terms of being accountable for the whereabouts of its equipment and, of course, the surrender of these pieces of machinery at the end of the day. Are you guys looking at either revising certain measures to be able to ensure that such an incident does not recur?
Well, obviously, again, in hindsight, you always look at these things, obviously, but we do have systems and processes in place, and we certainly will look at how we could retool, refine it, so that it works, and so that we have a real on-the-clock type of system in place to ensure that when equipments are not in use, that they are returned back in a very in a timely fashion.